Hey everybody, in this video we are solving an equation containing a radical, and specifically that radical is a cube root. The first step we mentioned in the earliest video on solving radical equations like this on this lesson or playlist, we said that we want to isolate the radical. I do have this radical here and this one here, and I have the nice little zero on that side. All of this is kind of ideal. So we're going to isolate each radical by putting one on each side. So that is stage one. So make sure that if it's a cube root or whatever it might be, that the index is actually in the hook and it doesn't kind of get lost. So sometimes they can float out, and we don't want that to happen. So we bring that over and we end up with this, right? Now we said after that step, you're going to raise both sides to the power that is the index of the radical. So that means we're going to raise both sides to the third power. So that is going to go away. They are inverse operations. They are not opposite. They are not reciprocal. They are inverse operations. Okay. Inverse operations essentially undo one another. Okay. In a nutshell, right? So we are left with what's inside. We have 4x squared minus 4x plus 1 equals x. And there we go. We have our beautiful polynomial that we love to solve. We're going to get it equal to 0. 4x squared, that'll become minus 5x plus 1 is 0. AC method, AC is 4, what multiplies to give you 4 and adds to give you negative 5, negative 1, negative 4. You can do it your way with grouping. I am going to 4x and x. So outer I will make negative 4x and inner negative 1x, and that makes negative 5x. So if you don't believe me, you can FOIL out my answer and see that it works. So from here, I'm going to go ahead and use zero product property. 4x minus 1 equals 0. X minus 1 equals 0. 4x equals 1. X equals 1/4. Hello. There we go. And x equals 1. So I have two answers here. Now with cube roots, we don't really run into as many problems as we do with square roots, because, you know, with square roots, you got issues with your domain, and when we graph them, it is, you know, possibly if you go into it, the only the top half of the bottom half of the square root function, and that's what eliminates some of these answers as not working. So you could have these extraneous solutions, right? Here, if you check them, you're going to see that they both work. If you want to double check because you don't believe me, by all means, go ahead. You could take those and plug them in. So if I test 1/4, 1/4 squared is 1/16. 4 times 1/16, that part becomes 1/4 minus 4 times 1/4, that becomes 1 plus 1 minus 1 plus 1 is just 1/4 now. And I have the cube root of 1/4 over here. And if I take that 1/4, I put it right there, minus the cube root of 1/4, does that equal 0? Yeah, heck yes it does. So that's fine, 1/4 works. And then the other answer we're gonna fill in is, oops, the 1. That is 1 squared is 1, 4 times 1 is 4, minus 4 is 0, plus 1 is 1. Cube root of 1 is 1, minus the cube root of 1, which is 1, and 1 minus 1 is 0. So there we go. We got another answer to work. So maybe we should write the solution as a solution set this time. So solution set. We're going to use our curly brackets, and we're going to list our orders, smallest number first, so 1/4, comma, our bigger, larger number in order from least to greatest, and then close our little curly bracket, and that's the end of our solution set, 1/4 and 1. We have 2 answers right there, and that's the end of that example. So next, oh, so much fun. We have a few more examples on this lesson. These are with rational exponents. We talked a lot about these in chapter R and how to deal with them. I think you guys actually really like these kinds of equations, but we gotta watch out. Watch out for the sneaky plus minus. Do you remember? Do you remember when we need, this is you and you're thinking and you're happy, right? Do you remember when we need to use that plus minus? So I hope you do. It does come up in this case, and I did give you a good conversation about it. We talked about it in chapter R, so this should move pretty smoothly now because we already chatted about this. So you see that in example 7. I'll probably break it up into 2 separate videos. We'll see how long each one is. All right. Check the playlist for anything else that you might be looking for. That's it for now. Adios.